Don't you dare lie to me.
She was
I know
called an
exactly
orphan,
what you did,
but
and
inside
you
her
are going
lived
to
a
regret
power
it.
no cruelty could destroy.
You call that
Do
cleaning?
you think Amara's
Scrub
creativity
harder
can
and
defeat
stop your
cruelty?
sniveling, or
Stay
you'll
with
get
us till
nothing
the
to
end
eat today.
to see on how her greatest challenge become a victory. If this is the first time you come across my video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share. In a quiet village surrounded by rolling hills and sparkling streams, a young orphan girl named Amara, aged 10, with deep brown skin, curly hair tied in a simple braid, and bright, hopeful eyes, is walking timidly behind a carriage. Her mother had passed away, leaving her with a small satchel and memories of love. Today, she is being taken to live with her new stepmother after her father's passing. The village children watch silently as she disappears down the cobblestone path. The carriage arrives at a large manor on the hill, its towering gates casting long shadows over the courtyard. Amara steps inside, nervously clutching her satchel. The house is grand but cold, with polished floors and walls lined with portraits of stern ancestors. She hears the echo of her footsteps and wonders what kind of life awaits her here. Stepmother Lydia, a tall woman in her mid-40s with sharp facial features, fairer skin, tightly styled dark hair, and piercing green eyes, greets Amara with a polite but chilly smile. Her expensive gown shimmers under the sunlight, but her expression carries a weight of authority and hidden cruelty. Lydia's children, two spoiled older girls, watch Amara with thinly veiled disdain, whispering behind their hands. Amara is shown to her modest room, small and sparsely furnished, in the corner of the vast manor. Despite feeling out of place, she looks out the window at the garden below, imagining the adventure she might have outside, wishing she could somehow find kindness in this new home. The next morning, Amara awakens to the loud ringing of the manor's clock. Lydia instructs her to clean the house from top to bottom, while her own daughters enjoy breakfast in luxury. Amara quietly obeys, dusting chandeliers and scrubbing floors, her small hands growing sore. She hums a soft tune to keep her spirit up. Lydia watches silently, occasionally giving sharp, precise orders. "Make sure the silver is polished exactly as it should be," she snaps. Amara nods, careful not to upset her. The manor feels colder now, the halls echoing with Lydia's strict voice, and the orphan girl realizes that her life here will be very different from the warmth she once knew. During a brief break, Amara sneaks out to the garden, which blooms with roses, sunflowers, and ivy climbing the walls. She closes her eyes and breathes in the fragrance, imagining herself running freely as her mother had always wanted. In this small moment, the girl feels a flicker of hope and courage. That evening, Lydia sits Amara down. Her green eyes glint with calculated malice. "You are here to serve this family," she says, her tone polite but icy. Amara swallows her fear, nodding silently. She does not yet know the trials ahead will test her spirit, resilience, and heart in ways she could never have imagined. One day, as Amara turns to the garden, she hears soft rustling from behind a rose bush. Peeking cautiously, she discovers a small stray fox with amber eyes and a mischievous smile. The fox watches her with curiosity, and Amara giggles. She shares crumbs from her lunch, and the fox nuzzles her hand in gratitude. The fox quickly became Amara's secret companion, visiting her every day. She names him Sefu, meaning faithful in her native tongue. With him, she shares her dreams, fears, and the stories her mother told her, feeling a connection to the world beyond the manor walls. Amara also meets old Nana, the village healer who once cared for her. Nana visits secretly, bringing herbs and treats, offering guidance and encouraging Amara to stay brave. Nana reminds her that kindness is her true strength, even when surrounded by cruelty. As Amara navigates her chores, she begins to find small ways to assert herself, watering flowers that Lydia forbids her to touch, feeding Sefu despite orders, and helping the manor staff quietly. These acts of courage, though small, plant the seeds of hope that she can survive and perhaps even thrive. Lydia grows suspicious of Amara's cheerful resilience and secret excursions. One night, she consults a dark, dusty mirror in her private chamber, whispering to herself about a plan to rid the house of this defiant girl. Her daughters giggle beside her, unaware of the danger they were about to bring upon Amara. The next morning, Lydia forbids Amara from visiting the garden or leaving the house for any reason. She imposes heavier chores and insists Amara must finish them by nightfall or face severe punishment. The once bright girl feels trapped, her heart sinking at the thought of losing her only sanctuary. Amara, however, refuses to give up her inner light. She confides in Sefu and Nana, and they devise a clever plan. She will perform her chores with precision, but find secret moments to explore the manor and garden, gathering courage and allies quietly. That evening, Lydia notices her orders were not fully obeyed. Her anger boils over, but Amara's calm defiance and cleverness make her realize that cruelty alone cannot break the girl's spirit. The stage is set for an escalating struggle between malice and innocence. While cleaning the library, Amara discovers a hidden door behind a shelf. Curiosity overcomes fear and she pushes it open, revealing a small, sunlit room filled with paintings, brushes, and musical instruments. Her father's secret studio. She feels an instant connection to her lost parents. Amara begins to draw and paint, capturing the beauty she sees in the garden, the fox, and the world around her. Each stroke fills her heart with joy and resilience. Sefu curls nearby, watching her creations grow day by day. One afternoon, the manor hosts a neighboring kingdom leader. Amara's paintings accidentally catch the attention of the visiting dignitary, who is impressed by her talent and curiosity. Lydia tries to claim credit for the girl's work, but Amara's quiet confidence shines through, earning subtle admiration from the guests. Encouraged by this recognition, Amara realizes that her creativity is not just a hobby. It is her power, a way to inspire and influence others, even in the presence of cruelty. Lydia becomes furious when she realizes Amara's influence is growing. She locks the studio door and forbids any artistic activities. Amara feels despair, but refuses to give up. With Sefu's help, she sneaks back into the studio at night, continuing her secret work. The final confrontation comes when Lydia discovers Amara painting a mural in the grand hallway. Her anger explodes, but before she can punish the girl, the visiting leader and guests arrive, witnessing the beauty of Amara's work. Their admiration exposes Lydia's cruelty and hypocrisy. Humiliated, Lydia tries to justify her actions, but Amara, now brimming with courage, speaks calmly and wisely. She explains that kindness and creativity matter more than power or wealth, and that even those who seem strong can be wrong when they hurt others. Lydia retreats, shocked and shamed. Her daughters begin to understand the consequences of cruelty, slowly softening their own hearts. The manor, once cold and intimidating, begins to feel warmer as Amara's spirit lights up the halls. With Lydia's influence diminished, Amara is finally free to enjoy her home. She opens the garden to the village children, teaching them to paint and care for flowers. Sefu bounds happily among them, a symbol of loyalty and friendship. Amara's creativity and courage inspire everyone around her. Even Lydia, though still stern, learns to respect the girl's talents and independence. The manor becomes a place of learning, art, and joy rather than fear and control. The neighboring kingdom leader invites Amara to display her artwork in the town square, celebrating her perseverance and heart. She is now recognized not as an orphan, but a brave and talented girl whose spirit could not be broken. As the sun sets over the hills, Amara sits by the garden with Sefu, looking at the horizon. She smiles, remembering her mother's words that love, courage, and kindness will always guide her. Her story is only beginning, and the world feels wide, bright, and full of possibilities. Moral lesson: kindness is stronger than cruelty. Even in harsh environments, compassion and generosity can change hearts. Courage and resilience overcome adversity. Staying brave and true to oneself can help navigate challenges. Creativity and self-expression are powerful. Using your talents can inspire others and bring positive change. If Amara's courage touched your heart, stay with us for more magical stories where kindness always finds a way. And also, drop a comment, like, and share. See you in my next video.